I'm telling you, it's been a ride from the very first day I met her. She had fired her boss the day before. I've never known anybody who fired their boss, but she did, and went on into into the social selling industry and broke records. MVP of 3 companies, built teams in over 46 countries, did a pivot, came back into America because she was asked to be a CEO of a cannabis, and that was the first seed that was planted. And then in 2019, founded Wakanna with 3 other women, and here we are now going into almost our 4th year and a new beginning of 2023. Coming off of a legendary conference, here she is, Melissa Boston.
And Phyllis, you know I'm here because I'm looking at you. We are all together, guys. You have to envision, it's just been such an amazing experience. Not only do we have our phenomenal conference, but just to kind of let you know why we're all dialing in from Michigan, we're here at our wellness retreat, and we have several of our awesome, amazing leaders with us. And we did an Airbnb. We are here together. We had a chance to stay up, team no sleep. To what time? I don't know, right? I think Willie Mooney shut it down, right? Willie shut it down. In fact, Christian would sleep on the couch, so it was like everybody had to go at that point. But we are just honored. We're super excited. And these are the experiences that really build culture. They build so much community, and it's just elevated us. In fact, we were there last night at this phenomenal facility. And how many of you are still feeling that vibration? Oh, my goodness. We were at a healing center. Imagine all the amazing healing elements of the universe in one room. And when we went in there, immediately our spirits was elevated, our bodies was elevated, our mind was elevated. And it's just a great way to top off this phenomenal conference, right? And so let's just do this, guys. I want to jump into it. We got a lot to cover. When I told them, I said, hey, guess what? Everybody, let's be ready for this call this morning because I might be knocking on your door saying, hey, Gigi, I need you to share something. And so today we have a lot to cover. We want to talk about our conference. We want to thank everyone who is actually on the conference committee. We want to honor some of you who received special recognition like Fontaine Doss. Whoa! That was amazing. We also want to talk a little bit about that pajama party. Who was at the pajama party, right? And so let's kick it off. In fact, Gigi, come here real quick. We got Gigi here from Dallas, Texas. And I know you are on your plane still, even though it's landed, right? But you haven't even gotten off. And I know you're feeling the electricity in the air. You're feeling the fire. We've been at the sweet spot before in this industry. We've been at that point when we knew that the companies were about to go vertical. We went to work. We blacked out for 90 days sometimes. We're saying 21 days. And guess what happened? It set us free. We lived on residual income. You got big Super Bowl rings. I received Super Bowl rings. And we're about to give out some more Super Bowl rings. Are you ready for it, right? Okay, so let's kind of tell them. You came from Dallas, Texas. I know you had to be here. What was it like? What was your experience this weekend, and how has it impacted you?
Well, I must say, first of all, let me just bow to you guys, because I tell you, coming here to Chicago, it has been absolutely amazing. And the one thing I can say is that my energy level is so much higher than when I came, okay? So, I must say that the conference was talking about being mindful and, healing your spirit and dealing with, grief and some of the other things that's in your life. Melissa knows I needed to be here. I made sure that I was here. And like some of you all may have heard, Satan was trying to get in the way. But, I told him, I say, Satan, you's a lie. I got to be there. And I am so happy that I was here, because everything that the company has done, and especially, transforming the dispensary with the pajama party, that bed, you all will probably see some of the pictures on the bed, okay? Especially, our CSO, you don't know how fine she was looking on that bed, all right? And the tent that was there, it was so phenomenal, how much creation has been put in to this conference. And, my hat must, go off to, the whole team, the whole corporate team has done a wonderful job bringing everything together. So, I am so excited about us going in person again because we need each other. We need to be able to touch one another. We need to be able to be in one another's space and continue to bond. Zoom is okay, but, it's not the game changer. The game changer is what's getting ready to happen in 2023. So I am really excited about that. I'm excited about the family that we are building here, not just business partners, but family, actually feeling like sisters and brothers, mothers in some cases, right? Christian. I know. Oh my gosh, Christian is the life of the party, okay? But anyway, guys, we got so much to look forward to. So I'm going to turn it back over to our CEO and let her continue with what she does best, is give us the information and our marching orders, okay? All right.
Wow. Now, before I bring someone else, you did acknowledge the fact that this is a team effort. So we want to acknowledge Shannon King, our VP of Marketing. We want to acknowledge Dr. Rosalind Shaw-Belt, VP of Communications, Billy Smith, Errol Doris, Latrice Levitt, and then some of y'all are in the room committee, Kathy Weathersby, Christian Phillips, Phyllis Nash, right? We want the committee. This is the committee. I know mamas always want to come, but this is committee first, okay? So committee, we want to thank you guys for all that you do because they are dedicated. Every Tuesday, our committee shows up on a call. It's planning. It's people see the finished work, but it's the behind the scenes that happens, the grueling efforts, the 3 in the mornings when Christian falls asleep on the bed, right? He claims it was only for 20 minutes, but it was at least 2 hours, right? But that's what it takes. That's the kind of dedication, guys. And so we love you all, but thank you for the volunteers, because some of you came and showed up and showed out. I know Danita, Crystal Robinson, Shannon, if you're on the line, we'll unplug you so that you can give shout outs to all the volunteers. We want to acknowledge you. But let's do this. Let's paint some vision, because I need somebody, Kathy Weathers, that I think this is going to be your part, to paint the vision for how we kicked it off that first night. I know you talked a little bit about this bed and the tent. Yes. I mean, we had the rosé, we had the men in black, we had the Tiffany boxes that were rose gold. So we need to hear the vision, right, of what happened that night, this magical transformation, and how we have elevated the game on level 2 at Wakanna. That's now soon to be Wakanna.
Well, I thank you so much, Melissa. It was so phenomenal to come from South Carolina again and be right here among my Wakanna family. And you're right, Melissa. We did transform the home office into an oasis, a dreamland where we could see the vision of Wakanna. We changed it to rose gold and black. It was elegant. It was sexy. It was grown. It was beautiful. And the bedding was a great place to take pictures. You guys are going to see some great group pictures. We had the keys to your next steps were given out by our handsome men in those beautiful Tiffany boxes, colored rose gold. We had the vision painted by our CEO about where we're going, where we're kind of, she really went through our past and our beginnings. And then, $8 million later, here's where we're headed. And then we were able to close it out with information that led you to the next level. And oh my goodness, I mean, just to be able to have that revelation and have people to see what the brand is going to be about, and the vision of not only encompassing just the United States, but then going global. Everybody saw the vision, and I'm telling you guys that everybody that was at that pajama party not only looked great, they felt great, but they caught fire, and every guest that was in the room was ready to be a founder. Listen, when you close down a room with people in pajamas, that sounds like that means that you really caught fire. So it really set the stage for the convention. I'm already the next year, right? It set the stage for our conference, and it was fantastic, and it really just led us into our healing from yesterday. So, Melissa, I just thank you for everything that you do, and the team was awesome. It's been so wonderful to hang out with my family. So, back to you.
Kathy, thank you so much. That was amazing. I have a few people here to shout out to. We just shouted out first to the committee. Now we have some other folks who really helped us show up and show out. Wasn't the saxophone amazing? Right? The saxophone was amazing. We had Tia, right? Tia was our spoken word artist, and that was the next day that helped us out. We had Jamel Temba. We had Date Apa, Danita Williams, Crystal Robinson, and Tara Shackelford. So give it up, guys. Super exciting for that. So let's do this. Before we move to conference, who else wants to just give us some insight real quick before we move to the next subject? I see y'all they on this Zoom. See, the leaders are all got cameras in our face, right? Y'all should see them.
Hey,
I need y'all
Melissa.
to take a picture of Phyllis and Willie right now. Because as we're doing this call, Cheryl too, because Cheryl knows how to follow the leader. Go ahead, Cheryl Johns, right? Get it going, girl. We need a male perspective, maybe. Or you could say something. Yeah, whoever.
I want to say with my seat. But what I want to say, guys, is with all the affirmations, the wonderful night. Oh. The wonderful night that we had, starting out with that sax player. You walked up into that room, pink and gold, with your pajamas on, looking fantabulous. You knew you were set up for a wonderful night. Then to be able to mingle with your guests, with your distributors, with your customers, with your prospects, future people. But then the next day to be everything that it was about. You know, the spoken word, she dug in and talked about what legend really was. And then to have the doctor, the TED Talk, turned around. I asked Melissa next to us after, I'm like, did you do the overlays on her speech? Because everything she talked about was what we had, not only with our cannabis, but with our flat belly lifestyle. Guys, that should be a clue. For me, it was like chills running up and down my back because nothing can stop us. Nothing should be able to stop any of you all out there after having all of that validation. So get your chicken list out, guys, because what we have to offer the world is waiting for. And then to turn around and have this experience that we had yesterday. I have not been so loose and calm, and I mean, I just feel so good because of that. And that's bringing more goodness to the world. Well, I say all the time we can change the world. I truly believe that because it all starts with us, with each and every one of us. And what we have, y'all, if you're not a founder, if you don't go get 10 founders, if you don't hit Ruby, if you don't hit Diamond, it's not because Wakanna and everybody attached to Wakanna at the corporate level didn't do everything to lay the best opportunity. And I've seen a lot of them. And one last thing, we had somebody that has major success in the industry. And when they looked at our comp plan, they said, does she know what she's doing? Talking about Melissa. Do you know how much money is in this comp plan? Guys, y'all been playing too small, and I want you to stop playing small. Put in your head that I am Diamond, 2-star, 3-star, 5-star, and then go get it, because I'm telling you, they coming, and you're going to want to know what happened, because I was here from the very beginning, but these people are coming in here hitting Diamond 1-star, Diamond 2-star, all the way up the ladder, because the opportunity is here. So I'm through. Wow, Phyllis, thank you. She took us into conference, guys. That was awesome, right? We're going to jump right to Saturday, Phyllis, because that's okay, girl. I love it. I mean, that the energy is contagious. It's electrifying, okay? And I'll tell you what, when we want to set the tone now, because I think it's important, too, for you to understand the experience at conference. I mean, how many of you in this room feel like this was your best conference yet, right? I mean, it's exciting, electrifying. And I think, you too, Christian, right? Great job, right? And so let's set the tone, guys, because we had a morning session. We had some phenomenal MCs. So I also want to just give one more shout out to Latrice Levitt, because not only did she do the soul massage, we had Eric Prince, Dr. Prince there also on Friday with the phenomenal meditation. But on Saturday, she brought it right back, and she brought it. And so let's do this, guys.
let's have them set the tone now so that you see exactly what they walked into on Saturday. And I know for many of you, that was transformative. And so let's start with Willie. We haven't had you yet. Willie was there on time. Chris was late. So we're going to. And so imagine, guys, we experienced the blackout. We had a chance to really take our meditation to the next level. Really, it was a very emotional experience. I know there were tears shed everywhere. And so just kind of explain how that impacted you in the morning session.
You know what? The morning session was so amazing. Starting out when you walked in there, the way that it was put together and what I saw and what everybody had the chance to see was a whole transformation, a whole new look, ushering us for everything that was said from the past when we first started. I actually saw the revelation and the outcome of that when you walked in the room. Then when you saw the people who, even the ones that were there and then the ones that were online, the awards that they were getting, how they were honored. And you're not just talking about the top leaders in the company. You're talking about the people who actually saw the vision and went to work in the company. So I had so many tear-jerking experiences. Now, I've held myself for a while, and y'all know I have. I'm not a man who's ashamed of crying, but what I experienced during that conference was to see so many people that I knew could live up to whatever they said that they wanted, whatever their why was, especially when I think about Fontaine Doss. This is a gentleman who has every reason in a wheelchair, and his whole team has every reason to say, you know what, we can't do it. We don't have assistance. But to go out there and find and build a team to make flat belly lifestyle happen, because that could have been an excuse, to make having parties at dispensaries, having parties at that home, because that'd been an excuse, to help his sister, his mom, and Rashawn, and all these people that I'm thinking about. That can be an excuse. To see Beatrice come up there and shed in tears because, no, she hasn't ranked to the top level, but she had the heart to make sure that she perfect what it is that she did, to reach so many different people and to be driven to draw in customers and draw in people who actually needed the help. So my heart was really overjoyed. Now, let me share one more thing. When you as a male, and this is company, I always say, man, this company is 98%, and I'm giving it a little conservative grace with that number, 98% women. But to be a male, and I've never in my whole entire life had a Louis Vuitton bag. Because I'm one of those males, and these are some things that Wakanna is doing for me. You know, to be a male, to receive a Louis Vuitton, I don't even know how to say it right. To be a male to receive a Louis Vuitton bag, and I'm not and this ain't no one of them, Chinatown bags. You are. But to be honored in a way for loving on my team, building my team, and I give shout out to my team, man. I give shout out to every person, Crystal Robinson. I'm not gonna start naming names, and she's not part of my team, but she is part of my team. To give shout out to people who have allowed me to pour in and be honored for that, not just because of my pouring in, but because of my team's effort. 1.3 million. Right? And cumulative sales. And to be able, that is amazing. But to be a male and receive that, I want to challenge everybody to just ask yourself, where does that happen? And we're talking about Louis Vuitton. I heard the whole story because me and my wife are a powerful team. We do so much and love on each other, and we love on people. But to be a male, right, and receive that from a 98% female company, right, where it can all be about them. To be a male and be in that position is an honor. It is so powerful, you all. So I encourage anybody at the sound of my voice, God is not a respecter of a person. If you know anybody that you know they're looking for something like Wakanna, if it can happen for a male, right, and I represent the 2%, then it can happen for anybody out there that represents the 98. So back to you, Melissa.
Wow, that is amazing. Give it up for Moon. Christian, got your coffee? Let's come and have a seat. This is our COO, our Chief Operating Officer. So how things get done at Wakanna? They got a chance to see a little bit, right? But we have very spirited debates, 2, 3 in the morning, right? But we accomplish a lot. In fact, there's a major initiative that we're about to launch. We're not going to give you all the secrets right now, but just know when we tell you this will be our biggest founding season ever, just understand you better mark our words. And we have a secret weapon with us. Because I remember back in the day, Christian, when we were rocking our businesses, we were earning millions of dollars of income. Christian was one of our right hands, him and TJ, right? They were running around doing different things. And one of the things they did for us was an automatic campaign in order for us to hit these big $10,000 bonuses repeatedly. I mean, he was a master at that. So we're going to implement that. You're going to hear more about it. But I know today, I hear you're going to be getting it done while we're in the car, right? Okay. And so last night was amazing and awesome, but I need you to get back to conference now. Let us know how it was for you to experience conference. Let us know about those chicken and waffles, because that's who I want to hear from. I want to hear from Christian on the chicken and waffles, because we've been telling y'all that these chicken and waffles were the bomb.com, some of the best vegan chicken in the world, right? It looked like KFC, didn't it? I mean, it looked like, right. So Christian, I need you to do what you do. I need you to do what you do. I need you to do what you do, okay? And just let them know, from a millennial, 30 years old, about to turn 31, here as our COO, how was conference for you?
So, hey guys, so conference for me was definitely a whole mood. I would like to call it that. And, as we walked in and, just the decor that was downstairs, many of you have seen what the Wheat Cafe looks like. And so as you were welcome, you had staff, you had libations, you had, whatever you pretty much wanted at your disposal. And you came up the elevator or the steps, your preference. And then you came into like this rose gold, like palace. And everything was just like at your disposal. And, you had comfortable seating, you could sit on the floor, you had your photo op moments, you had your wall of decor with all of the new brand, you had the different posters on the wall showing the different moods that we have here at Wakanna. The direction is very clear. And what it is that's not clear for some of you is how you're going to proceed forward. And so what ultimately needs to happen is that everyone on this call needs to make that list, change those behaviors that have not been successful for you, because ultimately, if you're doing the same thing that you were doing last year, we appreciate, your tenure. However, for you to exceed to the next level, you have to change some of those behaviors, because if you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, someone's insane, and it's not me. Okay? So I challenge each and every one of you to move forward in the direction that you see yourself in on this day, okay? And so as we make changes on this day, we also need to thank everyone that has contributed to all of our successes thus far, all the people that are going to contribute to our successes next day. But at the end of the day, what we need to do is make a decision, okay? And the decision relies within you. And once again, like I said, I challenge each and every one of you to make that right decision, whether it's getting another founder's check, or I'm sorry, not founder's check, but founder's share. If it's, just pouring into people that you currently know have already been exposed to this business, you need to make those changes immediately, because November 1st is on its way. Okay. And so when November 1st happens, guys, we are going to have some exciting news to share with you all. We're going to, you're going to receive your packages as early as November 15th for pickup, November 16th for shipping. And once, the value that's within those particular packs are phenomenal, and it's built for you and the expansion for you. And then also as we move forward into this new brand of Wakanna in 2013, our Ruby retreat in April of 2013, Dubai in 2024. Are you going to be there? You have the opportunity. We were just actually talking. We have some people here. You don't have to be brand new to Wakanna. If you have not ranked yet into Wakanna, you have an opportunity. If you rank Ruby before December 31st, you're going to Vegas. If you a diamond in any part of 2023, you're going to Dubai. That's 2 trips, plus all the commissions you're going to get by actually being and hitting those particular ranks. This is a no-brainer. The decision lies within you. Like I mentioned the other day, I know what I'm doing. I know what my friends are doing. I know what my circle are doing. And if your circle aren't doing the same thing, you might need to get some new friends. But at the same time, you guys, like once again, I challenge each and every one of you to do the best that you can, and we'll see you at the tip top of the very top. Here you go, Melissa.
Thank you so much. And listen, guys, as he's talking about Dubai and Vegas, what I love also about the conference is how simple they made it. I mean, Phyllis and Willie Mooney broke down several pathways for us to get there. And doing the numbers, imagine this. I was thinking about it, Ruby in Vegas. What does Ruby in Vegas really break down to? It's 8 people, Willie, who decide to buy 3 shares. 8 people, and you go to a free trip. Who does that? I mean, think about that for a second. So how many Rubies are going to be in this company, right? And so, guys, we want to make this simple. In fact, when I think about Diamond, it normally requires $100,000 in revenue. We're picking up $82,000 from your team. And the other 18,000 points we're granting you because that's what the points are worth once you get to 82,000. So imagine that. Would you rather have to get to 100,000 to get diamond or 82,000? And this is the month that you can get to that same position with what? Just 82% of the work. I mean, is that not powerful, guys? And so it's time for us to step it up. Before we step it up, Kristen, I asked you about the chicken and waffles. You went around the experience. Can I hear about the chicken and waffles, please?
Sorry, guys. The chicken and waffles, yes. Okay, so when it was time to eat, because that's my favorite part, you think Phyllis likes to eat. I like to eat, too. So the chicken and waffles experience, as lined up and was preparing, Shannon did a great visual aid for the people that was on Zoom and share with you all what we had. We had an assortment of fruits, organic fruits, and then we also had the vegan chicken and waffles. Now, I think a lot of people know that I did the 7-day. I'm struggling doing the 21-day. However, I do have the will to do it, and it will get done. So, the chicken and waffles. So, when we got there, or when I saw it, I looked at it. It looked like a bunch of thighs, right? Okay. And so I got excited for a minute, and then I heard the word vegan chicken and waffles. Okay. So the waffles, I was like, okay, this looks kind of similar. The chicken was actually looked like the original recipe, not the crispy one, not extra crispy. Okay. The original recipe from KFC. And so when I looked at it, I was like, okay, I can get down with it. And then they had hot sauce, so that helped. And so I kid you not, we made our plates. We have the syrup and all the stuff you can put on top of it. When I cut into the chicken was tender. And then a part of me in my head forgot that it was actually, I think, mushroom based. And as I was eating it, guys, the texture, me chewing it, everything like that, it wasn't anything crazy, nothing, because when I think of mushrooms, I just think of stuff that's going to gush in your mouth or something like that. But no, I kid you not, it was actually a very good experience. So these type of experiences are what is, well, obviously with the 21-day, you have to raw, but these type of experiences can create a new lifestyle for you. And even though that experience, I was programmed that, this might be, not good, this might be that, that negative energy that creates or deters you from making those positive decisions in your life. And I'm going to tell you, I'm 30 years old, and I'm going to be very transparent. Before I came on this trip, I got a call from my doctor, my nephrologist. My family suffers with an actual kidney disease, and it's genetics. And so, unfortunately, I do have that. And so the progression of my kidneys are supposed to fail significantly in my 30s, okay? And I'm 30, okay? So my doctor, my nephrologist, gave me a not-so-good report. And I know that I'm not doing the best that I can do as it relates to the food that I'm eating. And it's up to me to ultimately make that decision to change. Gigi can want it, Phyllis can want it, Melissa can want it, Kathy can want it for me, Sylvia can want it for me, Cheryl, Ann, Mooney, all of them can want it for me. But if I do not take that initiative myself to do it, then I could perish. And I can't be upset with anybody but myself if that happens. Of course, the world will mourn, people will mourn and grieve. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately a decision that I chose. And that's why I challenge each and every one of you. This stuff is serious. I'm 30 years old. And yes, even though I didn't get the best playing cards as it relates to my health, and I didn't make this decision for myself, but I am making the decision to either make it more aggressive and attack me, and I can also make the decision to turn it around, okay? And that's the reason why I decided to attend, in addition to helping everyone else too, but I also decided to attend this wellness because this is one of my first moves. And then also, when I get back to Atlanta, I'm going to start that 21-day cleanse, and I'm going to complete it. Okay, so guys, I just want to give you guys a little bit of my story because I am behind the scenes and I'm doing a lot of different stuff. But even though sometimes I might be in pain, I don't show it. And you don't have to show what you're looking like because guess what? I know what's going to happen for me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to think better. I'm going to feel better because I want better. Okay, and so I'm going to leave you guys with that. Here you go, Melissa. But the chicken and waffles, I know I'm kind of went around. It was great.
Drop the mic on us. And that was so powerful, guys. And what's so powerful about his message, guys, I want you to hear this. Ernestine repeated something we shared a few months ago. Our genetics loads the guns. So we get sometimes handed to us a hand of cards that maybe not be the cards we would have picked, right? But that's just how life works. So your genetics handed to you an inherited kidney disease, right? So our genetics loads the gun. But it's us that pulls the trigger. And every day we make a decision whether we're going to pull that trigger or we're going to not pull that trigger by doing what? Getting on these 21-day cleanses, doing the 7-day cleanses, and making the right decision. So, Christian, we are loving you right now more than ever because you just made a decision that's going to impact your life forever because we need you here, okay? We need you here, brother. We love you, okay? You don't need to go nowhere. So we got to come to Atlanta and check on you. We're going to be coming and checking on you. And here's what I want to tell you guys, and we mentioned this at the conference, but who's ready to rock with Wakanna, right? Who's ready to rock with Wakanna, right? And then if you rock with us in Wakanna, that's coming, right? We promise you guys, if you're willing to roll up your sleeve, but you got to roll up your sleeve, you got to do the work. If you're willing to follow the formula, follow the plan, do the numbers that Willie Mooney crunched, what Phyllis talked about, if you're willing to do this, what we're telling you is 2023 will be the most financially successful year of your life, okay? And so here's what we need you to do. Here's the marching orders. It's time to black out. We asked who's ready to black out for 21 days. So it starts. This is the clock ticking. And what it means is we got to purchase those 21-day cleanses that are on sale right now. So we've extended this, guys. So we had a conference special. That's now extended through midnight today. So can you call customer service, Christian, and let them know, right? They're going to get 10% off. And instead of them paying $299, it's $279. With the 10% off, how much is it, Mooney?
It's
$50 with that 10% off. And guys, and then the $119 is now $109, but with your 10% off, it's $99. So we've done everything in our power to help you elevate your health, black out for the next 21 days, and go on that cleanse. But then we got to black out for our wealth. Who's ready to black out for their wealth? Well, guess what? Tomorrow night on our founders call, we have Lynn Richardson. She is one of the formulas that we're going to help you receive so that you can actually achieve the wealth that you want to desire. So if you want to hear more about where we're going with Lynn Richardson, Michelle Renee, jump on our founding members call tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Is it the same PIN number, guys? Same ID number? Same everything, okay? So you're going to jump on that. So who's ready to black out for their wealth? Who's ready to black out for their freedom? What did Latrice say? I know, right? So we are ready to black out for our freedom. And what does that mean? That means make a commitment to come to Las Vegas or to come to Dubai. Where are my diamond qualifiers at? Diamond qualifiers, okay? Diamond qualifiers, right? And then we're talking legacy, guys. Who's willing to black out for your legacy for the next 21 days? What do they say? Build it for your last name, guys. Let's get it done. Let's build something that we can pass on to our children's children. We cannot pass on a job. No matter how much you love your job, how dedicated you are to your job, you cannot will your job to your children. We have a willable business. God forbid something happened to you. Those founders packs, the revenue pool, it pays your future generation for the rest of your life. But you got to be in it, guys. So you got to get your founders pack. Who in here got their pack? Who's already got their pack? Who is maxing out 3 shares this year? Who's maxing it out? And so, guys, you've heard the marching orders. We want to thank you for waking up to Wakanna this morning, right? We want to thank all of you phenomenal. Ann Mooney in the house. Sylvia Covington in the house. We love you guys. And with that said, we want you to have a Wakanna day because we're going to see you where? At the top. At the very top. At the top. Because this time, we busted through the top. Thank you, guys.